To be honest with you, I'm not sure I could take it. There's been too many game fires this event. It's been way too stressful here. But there is our map rotation for everybody at home. Valkyrie, Sainte Marie, Dumont, Flak Tower, Sainte Marie, and Ardennes Forest. But we are ready to get into this one. This is for top two. This is for another chance in the final. We're kicking it off on Valkyrie hardpoint. Rise Nation versus Splyce. Here on the main stage at CWL Birmingham. Over to our casters. It's Momo and Miles.
Okay, loser bracket final. Splyce, Rise Nation, Europe versus North America. Jerd, Tommy, Bantam, Madcard against Methods, Looney, Gunless, and TJ. Myself, Momo, and Miles bringing you all the action here and kicking it off straight away. We're heading to the ventilation room.
It was funny, as you were saying those player names, I was like, man, none of these guys need an introduction. These are some of the best players in the world right now, and that's unquestionable, especially after performances this weekend. And Madcat versus TJ, there's the first of what will be many in this series. We put them as our Legion players to watch, and so far so good for them. Methods getting that bar out, taking care of Madcat. Splyce with an early start here, and this is the same thing we saw with Splyce against Optic. They were very, very solid in the ventilation room, happy to be running 4 subs, happy to be taking care of those close range engagements, no questions asked. And now Splyce still on this one. Bance picking up a bit of a transition kill there, didn't manage to make the damage, but we'll stay on board with Madcat now in vent.
And what he did do, made him pause for a second. Madcat obviously in and around there would have finished him off if he does go through. Stun's going into the vent and out as well. The one thing that I have picked up straight away, Method's still using the bar. It's going to be interesting to see whether the assault rifle playstyle will play. And we talked about, of course, how strong he is on the likes of Forest. But we're here, we're playing Valkyrie. And Splyce, they are 54 to the great here. They've gone to the operations bunker. They are going to lose this rotation. Les Bance can get a double, and he will. Jerd firing on all cylinders as well. This is the perfect start, to say the least. Splyce, 64 and counting. You've got Madcat dropping 7. Bance on a 3-kill streak. Let's stay on board with him.
Rise Nation, they know it's a hard point, I think. I got nothing to back that up yet. There are no numbers on that side of the board. Bance streaks at the ready.
Cheeky.
Tiptoes, dipsy doodles, dodges, dips, dodges, dives, Ds, and all over the place, and he's given more and more. What do you want? Kills. Bance has got 6 in a row now.
He said he's dropping 40 plus every single map one. We've got glide bombs, baby, and he's going to be dropping straight onto the back. He's not going to connect with Methods, but we're going to go over now to the next rotation. You can see 2 players looking to go in. Rise Nation, this is where they should get a couple of points here. Logically, they've got that rotation, they've set up early, but it was 100 to 0.
What is that? I'm still surprised there are points on the board regardless. Here we go. Rise Nation, they were your Atlanta champions. Top 2 team in the world right now. Let's see if they can't do something miraculous and get back into this game as quickly as possible. Splyce sit on that very clean 100. Madcat with streaks to work with as well. This is a very strong start from Splyce. Gunless though answers back. Picks up 1. Jerd finds an entry kill, but not to be made too much of there. Methods also doing a bit of work, and Looney here as they continue this run. And this has been very, very good for Rise Nation. 30 points in a row now. Storage has only got 25 points left, and it looks like they're going to be able to get all of that, and Splyce have just had absolutely no answer here, Momo.
Well, actually a seesaw right now. Splyce take the initial 100. Rise looking to bounce back with that. However, there's only 12 seconds left here. Rise definitely keeping this closer. But Splyce with a significant lead. You've still got the streaks, of course. It was interesting to see the streaks come in, maybe a bit over aggressive. Usually saved for the smoke hill, but with the rotation come in, we see 100 to 52. Trades go down, and Splyce, they do have control here, pushing forward. It's gonna be Bance, and it's gonna be Tommy. Tommy finds 1, Madcat finds another. The home crowd here definitely favoring Splyce. Can they be that 5th man that, of course, we always see for the likes of Optic? Splyce, this is their chance.
Tell you what, after that series of Optic v Splyce, if you weren't a Splyce fan before, you sure as hell are now. Looney, entry kills, finds 1, and look in the back end. All of Rise Nation managed to find something. It's a clean retake now with the final 30 seconds of the office, and Methods takes care of him, and it's looking to be the American office right now as opposed to the British one just a minute ago. Jerd gets dropped there in mid. Madcat going 13-9 right now, having a lovely time. Bance, 2 streaks to work with still.
Most definitely. I've got to say, a beautiful retake there from Rise Nation. They bullied their way through. They push back Splyce, and again, the last 10 seconds, the scrap time's going to go to Rise Nation. And you look at that scoreboard after 100 to 0, looking a lot more favorable now for Rise Nation. But Bance another headshot in the books, and put that in his back pocket and move on. Looney on your screen, hit the reload. He's going to be tagged there by the grenade. And will be finished off by Jerd. Gunless answering back as well. But this is where we may see streaks. Now, of course, the streaks, I believe, are only in favor of Splyce. So with that in control, they don't need to use any now.
They can hold on to them. Gunless hoping to find something here. Takes care of Jerd. Oh, there it is. Madcat finds 2 with that bit of ordnance. Bance is going to live to fight another day. And he's making that life count. 2 kills in a row for him, and he's dealing damage. 4 members now of Rise Nation have just flooded the hardpoint. Smokestacks is theirs, and they can flush it out with anything they want. And it looks like it's going to be Mortar Strike straight on top of that one, and doesn't find a kill, but it's going to move those players well out of it. So I take it back. It's an artillery barrage. Just thought that sound.
Nevertheless, it's raining from above, and the one thing it is, Miles, like you said, it's pushing all of Rise out of the hill. No points can be collected right now. It's denying anything. Well, TJ is going to take down Jerd with a headshot. We're, of course, rotating to the ventilation room very, very soon. And you can see on the minimap, battle back and forth here. Rise Nation, though, they are going to be in control as we rotate over. Methods still with a bar in hand, still doing damage. 14 and 9, great start here, as we do see the slaying side of things pretty even across the board.
Vent room was all Splyce to begin with. Rise got a little taste of that one, and yeah, the nectar was sweet, but it's not enough as Bance comes a knocking. He and Jerd, lovely bit of 2-on-1 action there. And now they've got control again. The ventilation room was how we saw Splyce pick up their first 100 or so points to begin this one off, and now it's looking very, very solid. Rise Nation have been split up, Phil. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and Jerd is already biting them where it hurts. Madcat finds one as well.
Only just there, I will say. But the one thing about Splyce, these 4 SMGs, it's working for a reason. They're taking this vent, they're keeping the fights close quarters. They've got streaks to play with. There's only 15 seconds here. Rise is still pushing this. And you know what? Bance is not going to have any of it. The back of a Tommy coming in now. Still points going in towards Splyce. 173 plays 99. And it has been defined here in the ventilation room.
A little ring around the barrel Tommy just did. Buys himself some time. Bit of hip fire over the top. Beautiful work, but not able to get the second, and how we have Rise Nation finally now getting back into this one. Splyce, a huge lead. Full 80 points ahead in them now, and Gunless just gets absolutely skinned alive there, as does TJ from Jerd. Doing the work, getting the streaks, still on the board with the points in the hard point now.
Nice from Gunless there. Jerd having the best game so far across this whole weekend. I'd say Jerd's been playing absolutely lights out. 109 now for Rise Nation as they hit those triple digits. Bance coming in, Tommy as well. This battle's all going down to the wire. Methods putting that extra bit of fire through, and he's going to find the second. Picking up the PPS ace, that's a triple for Methods. He's shut down Splyce, and that's going to be another 20 seconds on the board for Rise Nation. This should be going to a 45-point game, and the rotation, I would like to say that Splyce would have hit it a bit earlier, but no. Rise Nation, they could actually get this in control as well.
Almost beautiful work there from Looney. We've got 3 kills in a row for Gunless and 3 kills in a row for Method, so that's a chance now for Rise to get a couple of streaks out of this and find a footing here on the storage bunker. And Bance is going to cut the legs right out of them. There's your footing, boys. Puts them on their ass there. Now Splyce, 190 and climbing. This is an unprecedented turn of form. Bance, 4 kills in a row. Won't find any more there as the boys of Rise now desperate to get into this one, and they've got to do it quick. Methods finds one. He was 1 bullet away from a second there, but Tommy's going to take care of him, and this is looking absolutely stunning for Splyce.
Yeah, and it's all started with Bance, just the pure aggression, the non-stop action in the face. PPSH is shutting them down here and cleaned up. Gunless firing, spraying to the left and the right. Look at that scoreboard. Look at that mini-map. Splyce in control. There's 20 seconds here. They can nearly close it out. And no, TJ, not going to happen. Bance, 26 and 16. Is playing the best World War II he's played all season long. Gunless is going to deny him. But Miles, 18 points away.
Oh, it's not far away. If they can't do it here, they may be able to do it on the next one. 4 kills in a row for Tommy. 4 kills in a row for Jerd. Now it's 5 for Tommy. More streaks to work with. Gunless finds a second. And TJ takes care of Tommy. So we're now 10 points away from Splyce winning map 1 here in the lower bracket final. But Rise, they're clawing back in this one. Never say die. Map 1. You don't want to go down. Looney with 3 in the back end there, and that's 3 for him, 3 for Gunless. TJ gets taken down by Jerd there, and Office is still in control.
You never want to rule the team out of it. However, with a 90-point difference, you would definitely favor Splyce in this position, to say the least. And now, there's 34 seconds still left on Office. TJ, you got to go big. He finds one. The pre-fire comes in. Bance turns and burns there. Finds another. 248, 249. Splyce are going to take map number 1, and the home crowd is going wild. These guys are on their feet, fist bumps all around. Madcat, cool, calm, and collected. But for me, the MVP is Bance.
Well, he didn't drop 40 kills, Phil, so we can't give him all the...
Did he have the time to?
No, he didn't. The game was over before you knew it. That's a big start from Splyce here. Rise, though, uncharacteristic performances from TJ. I must admit, he was our player we were looking for. He's one of the star subs on that map, on that team, and it's 17 for 28. He ended up going there with only 10 seconds of hardpoint time. Not what you're looking for if you're a Rise Nation fan, but it's still early days here. in the lower bracket final. Map 1 is now in the books, and Splyce walked away with that one. Plenty to play for.
Well, Splyce taking Valkyrie hardpoint now off Optic, and of course Rise Nation. Rise was their go-to map. They got the reps in over at Pro League, and for me, I'm questioning because TJ obviously it's harder for him. He has methods. Who's using the bar. You know, he doesn't have that kind of side-by-side aggression. Splyce, those 4 yellow arrows, they're all playing at the same pace, and I don't say this very often about Splyce because they've had some very troubling times recently. But they were all on the same page. They knew exactly what was going on. Those streaks, they didn't get used.
No need, mate. They threw 1 artillery barrage down at the very start on smokestacks. Aside from that, not really anything special. I want to talk quickly about the last series they had against Optic. This is where Splyce, they were down by a solid 50-something, actually more than that, just about 60 points before Optic, you know, they pulled a miraculous comeback on them. That confidence boost, that was on Valkyrie as well. That confidence boost, that ability to regain from what was death's door. I think Optic were at like 246 or something like that. It was real close. Death's door when it really is counting there, and that was map number 1, and they pulled that out. And again, that little bit of regain, that moment allows them the clarity here against Rise Nation, a team that have just come off a tough loss versus LG. I understand that was a game 5. I'm sorry, I was preoccupied at the time, but I understand that was a game 5, and that really stings the ego, that stings the confidence. Yeah. Splyce taking advantage of that here.
And again, they come off a game 5 loss. They then go into what is the loser bracket final here, and they lose map 1. You know, this again is just for them. It's tough. The one thing I will say, the experience upon Rise Nation, they have it all, you know, to kind of reset, regain very quickly. They have that experience on their team. Looney should be directing the play, having a bit of a team talk throughout, but you see Splyce, Tommy just flickering around, my cat warming his hands up, and Jerd now fist bumps all round. He's ready to rock and roll, and rightfully so here as map 1, 250 to 157. If we're being completely honest, it's a bit of a blowout.
So far, so good if you're a Splyce fan. Onwards now to Sainte Marie Dumont in that search and destroy. And Splyce have had a very sound search and destroy so far. I mean, 2 game 5s versus Optic, which they won in the dying seconds both times, but one of those was a big comeback. Thus far in the competition, things have been all right. But here we go. Map number 2. Sainte Marie Dumont, Splyce versus Rise Nation. This is the lower bracket final.
Really interested to see the strategy that comes out from both teams here. I've seen Splyce 6-0 and be 6-0'd on this map. However, ladies and gentlemen, let's get things rolling. 90 seconds on the clock, round number 1, as Search and Destroy is underway. Splyce, Rise Nation. And the first blood goes to Gunless.
Oh, look at this. Very quick back and forth. Jerd has found a soft spot. He's found an opening, and he's digging deep. Finds 2.
He's actually been tagged once, but that was by the player from behind. Look at Jerd just bobbing and weaving. Hello, I'm here. Come and get me. Looney in a 1v3 now. The only thing he does have going for him is the bomb, but Rise actually, you know, got that first blood. It was Jerd on that flank very, very quickly through the middle of the map. And number 5, who is it? It's Jerd.
Look at the left stick of Jerd, man. No one's got footwork like Jerd. Nobody does it better. Looney now on his own. He's got to get in there, find something. Again, that big play opening up from Splyce at the start. Macat doesn't have to get a kill, doesn't have to do anything in this round so far. It's worked out just right. And you see this very slow rotate towards A, but there's someone all over it. It's Tommy. Shots in. Ambitious, to say the least.
And there you have it. Splyce take round number 1 after first blood being drawn. Good to see the fans getting behind their home team. However, Rise Nation have a lot of fans themselves, whether it's here, back home, anywhere in the world. Rise Nation, they are the current champions. They are the ones that hold that trophy.
Heavy's the head that wears the crown, Phil. You got that big target on your back, everyone wants a piece.
Kicking things off, round number 2. Jerd and Tommy, though, 2 apiece here now in the Search and Destroy. And this is, you know, he may seem soon, but you can start working towards those streaks very early on. Jerd's actually taking the bomb, so maybe a quick entrance to B. It's only going to be methods around there. Look at this. It's all open field. I can't believe it.
They're in. They've got it down. There's 1 player at A, 3 players at the back end of B, and TJ up over the top. Perfect nade. Finds a tag on Bance. He could possibly get the kill here, but the pre-fire makes it work.
Perfect from Bance there. He knew that the grenade and obviously the pre-fire coming in was only ending one way, but he takes one to the grave with him now. The Skycam, we can see a 3v3. Jerd lighting up. He's already got the plant. He's got 3 to his name. Tommy as well. It's all up to methods, and just like that, your ankles are gone, buddy. Splyce, another round. Rise Nation, they need to change something. They need to slow down, speed up. I don't know, Miles. What are you thinking?
Plenty of time to make adjustments here. It's only 2 rounds. I mean, don't get me wrong, they felt like a lot longer than that, but there's tons of time here for Rise to regain and find a different approach here, because let's face it, B did not work out for them. I mean, hitting an A, get some smokes out, even get a gas grenade in there, because you see how quick Jerd gets onto the site and quickly get those bombs down. You got to make an adjustment here, and this is a chance now for Rise to get on the board on their offensive round.
And this is where I'm looking at TJ. You know, he was the kind of matchup alongside Mad Cat. Maybe that was to do with a hard point, but for me, it's S and D, and another first blood does go in favor of Rise. This is just what they need. You Rise Nation fans out there, first blood, perfect. However, they don't get into B, and Tommy makes light work of Looney. 4-kill streak, 4-0 for him. Jerd's got 3 in a plant, so keep that into consideration as we do see a full rotation. This is really interesting, Miles. From Splyce, they're going to be heading to away. TJ has no idea and should have a free plant.
This could play in the favor of Rise in a weird way. I mean, that sort of slow, pensive game, they didn't get on the site. They didn't really let that happen. Are they showing too much respect for Splyce? Are they expecting them to already be there? I mean, is this a difference in play styles? We've got Rise with that bomb down now, and here comes the play from behind, and Methods is going to be the first to catch any wind of this. Everyone else is watching their respective corners. Gunners is watching the drop down, and here we go.
This should end only one way. Methods has such an advantage. One, he's going to peek. He knows that there's no one there. Rise Nation, and I think Splyce anticipated someone would be watching the flank, and you can see Gunless are watching up top. All their defense right now is Methods. Tommy's just shimmying around.
He's shimmying in.
Tommy, you little cheeky. He's found one. He's out of there, but it's 10 seconds. It's not really going to affect anything. It's a little bit of cheeky play. It will affect his score streaks, though. 5-0, and Tommy the Turtle living up to the name.
You cheeky bugger. He crawled right in there, knowing full well that Methods couldn't see him. He shimmied in, he found a kill, and he ran.
Literally.
You cheeky scamp.
Tommy the Turtle.
Tommy the Turtle. Well,
however, Rise pick up the round.
That's
the important thing for it here. And, you know, they're playing towards streaks. We kind of discussed on the desk, Miles, about sometimes I'm playing too much for streaks.
Yeah, be selfish. It's not always the best thing to do. Still Jerd's only got streaks. Tommy's only got streaks.
And it's Sainte Marie. Streaks are so important. However, no one has them in the bag just yet. And look at that, Tommy with the first blood. That's number 6. Bance is going to go down and no one to trade. That was a very aggressive push. He was alone here. I think maybe a bit of miscommunication there. But Jerd on the old flank. We have seen Tommy go down. I think he did pick up maybe 1 streak. We'll have to double check that next round. But Jerd has that bomb in hand.
Oh, Jerd got a lot of information there. He knows enough now. He knows enough to watch the back. Mad Cat still.
He just needs the plant. And down, tries to plant. He's going to get tagged up, head down, thumbs up. There's now Mad Cat looking to help him out. The pump goes down, so he does have the streaks. He is going to fall down an hour, 1v3. Rise should be able to go for the retake unless Mad Cat does something pretty special. I've got to say, oh my, what have I just seen?
Well,
I thought.
Look, he wants to
right
make
now?
it interesting, right? That's another round for Rise. And they played that one sensibly. You know, Jerd got in, and Mad Cat provided the most cover fire he possibly could while Jerd was getting that bomb down. And look, in a 3v2 situation, especially out there by B, you know, the lookout tower, it's a wide open field. It's very, very difficult for them to keep him covered there, and made the best of a bad situation.
I think it was mistaken. I thought the first play would have spotted Mad Cat, clearly didn't. Communication didn't go to Looney, but it wasn't even needed. We do see the streaks. I say streaks.
Streak.
Just been a streak, absolutely. And we're going to see the fighter pilot as it's all tied up. Rise 2, Splyce 2. Might have started strong here, but Tommy, I believe, got a 6, and we'll see, of course, if he picked anything up shortly.
I like it. It's an adjustment from Rise. 3 went towards A, but they still threw nades towards B. So Splyce, they were taking the flak from the nades, and they still thought they were there. Now A has been completely overrun by Rise, and Tommy's gonna have to wiggle in here. No streaks. And now there's a bomb down. He's got 40 seconds to make his way in. He finds one. He's a sneaky devil. Fighter pilot from overhead.
Picks up 1 as well. That's Gunless. That's a 4v2. There has to be a defuse from Splyce. There's one player, it's Methods, who's looking to go top restaurant. Clearly, no one's on the bomb. And actually, a fighter pilot's just been brought in as well from TJ. Now a 2v2. That's a beautiful play there, and there's only 20 seconds left. Tommy almost senses TJ in and around, but you've still got Methods up top. I'm not sure whether he'll be able to. Could he just jump on the bomb? That's the question, but no, Tommy goes down, and a 2v4 is on the cards, and Jerd may stay alive for now, but the Rise Nation squad will take the round, and that's 3 back-to-back, Miles. As the time ticks down, Jerd, Methods, both are going to survive.
we needed an adjustment from Rise if they were going to survive here, and it worked out for him. And in the end, slow but steady. Or is it the tortoise versus the hare? Who's the hare on Rise Nation? I'll leave that to you, Phil. You can deal with the consequences there.
No idea what you're talking about.
But there's your turtle.
There's your turtle. Round number 6 kicking off. The stats all a bit skewed at the moment. Bance and Madcat 2-8 combined. You've got Jerd and Tommy, though, sitting at 12 and 3. But all that matters is Rise Nation collectively 3 rounds to the good. And I believe all streaks are off the cards now. I think we're back to basics. I'm talking of basics. Jerd's going back for strategy numero uno. And it's going to be the bomb plan. He's going to be weak. He's watching out for the grenades. It worked out for them last time. Bance has up top covered as well. So TJ, he's going to be in trouble. First blood for Bance. However, Gunless with a reaction, 3v3.
Yeah, they've got the players on the ground at the B-bomb site. So if Looney peeks this well, he could peek that. Takes care of him there, and this is it. Methods now on the other side. Perfect timing from Jerd. He sniffed that one out in a big way, and this nade's coming up over the top. The stun comes through. Gunless.
Jerd's just simply relying on his teammates. He is the bait. We talked about Turtle. We talked
Peekaboo!
about Hare. He's the bait. He's the one with a bronze star. And Splyce now getting another round on the board. I have no idea what that sign said. I just saw a bit of Mochilla.
Look at the shots in there, and Gunless. Jerd playing it smart, playing it steady. A moment of reflection now for the boys on Splyce.
3-3, all tied up here, heading into round number 7. Jerd, absolute beast at the moment, 7-1. However, all that matters, of course, is that score line. It's all tied up, 90 seconds on the clock, and the airborne coming into play here for Jerd. He's going very fast. He's going up top. I think he's been called out. Tommy is in support. He's got the airborne STG, really interesting choice of class. But Splyce have full control of B. This is a really good defensive setup.
Bance trail on the front. You got Madcat watching over A, and actually he's at number 6. Tommy's back right up. Oh, Jerd. TJ takes clear care of him there. Methods takes care of Tommy in the back. And so now it's a 2v4, 1v4 Madcat. He was over by the A-bomb site, and now he's in the wrong part of town, and all his friends are dead, and Rise. Another round for them. That
was beautiful from Rise. You have to give the credit for them there. Just the way the gunfight on the stairs over Jerd pretty much kind of opened up the whole map there. But Gunless, I think it was, onto to Bance on the bomb site. Very, very nicely done. Clinical all round as Rise Nation do retake the lead here, 4-3, as we're heading into round number 8. Search and destroy Sainte Marie de Mont. Tommy and Madcat there on your screens. See what they can do.
Here we go. Big offensive round now for Splyce. Skycam, maybe a B push? Nah, not just yet. Here comes the bomb though. It's going to be going towards B, and we've only got one player of Rise Nation in position to contest that one. TJ's going to make his way around. Streaks to work with also. That fighter pellet came out earlier. Here it comes. Glide bomb from up ahead. Madcat. He sees you. It's like a T-Rex, mate. You got to just stay still. It's the only way to survive that scenario. Methods now. Answer on the back. Jerd gets killed as well, so that's 2 dead now for Splyce. 3 to the boys of Rise Nation, and they can play this slow now because they have the numbers. They're covering more angles. Oh, TJ versus Bance.
Bance finishes him off, but he's going to be under pressure, and look at this. The push comes in, and Gunless, I think, from behind there, might have just picked up the double. Either way, Rise Nation take the round, and it's 5-3. We're going to see this for a bronze star, and it's not 1, it will be 2. Beautiful play there, perfect pinch.
Beautiful pinch there from Rise Nation. Map point, here we go, Phil.
Splyce have to come from behind here. Rise Nation looking to end this and take the map, and of course tie up the series. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, Splyce take map 1, Rise Nation on the edge here. Splyce have a lot to answer for right now, and we're going back to Rise Nation though on the attack here. What is their strategy? They do still have that artillery barrage though, Miles.
It's a tried and tested push towards B, and if you see Splyce have actually got on the site very quickly. They've also got 2 players towards A, so they're hedging their bets that it might be something a little different this time, but Methods playing slow. Rise have just completely backed up there, back towards their spawn, and they're hoping for somebody to make a mistake. Splyce also. You got 2 of them towards the B, 2 towards A.
This is your classic playing around the streak here, trying to see if they can just get the first blood and go from there. The problem right now for Rise Nation is they've got absolutely no map control. Bance is going to get the first blood on Gunless, and Bance is going to be under a lot of pressure. Grenades coming in for 1, and finds the second. Looney answers back. I think that's the best he could have even asked for, but Tommy shuts down TJ, the pre-fire coming in. It's all up to Looney. Let's hop on board. No, he's actually going to be coming through the window. Mad Cat should finish him up, but no, a beautiful shot from Looney. Do not count this man out. 28 seconds left. The bomb is in a very dangerous position. However, Looney could come up behind one. It's going to be Tommy on the bomb. First line of defense here. Tommy's going to find him, and there we have. Oh my goodness, he stopped shooting, but the cleanup. My goodness, that's a shaky ending for Splyce. Nearly a 1v3, but no, denied by the Irishman. It was Jerd. I will say, if Looney gets behind that bomb again.
I stopped breathing. I stopped breathing, Momo. Splyce can breathe a sigh of relief. They got another round. It's Rise though still, they're on map point, they only need one more to win it. Splyce have got to get 2 in a row to go up 2-0 in the series.
They still have the artillery barrage, which is obviously, again, probably favor a glide bomber or a fighter pilot, but we'll see exactly how this one pans out. We're going fast, we're going aggressive, it's TJ. TJ too much here. Tommy will be the one to fall, and now he's got to spectate, he's got to sit there and wait, watch his team play a 3v4. Can they clutch up?
Ooh, shots on through from Gunless there. So that's another death for Splyce. 2 down, Jerd finds one. Gets it done as quick as he possibly can, and there's 2 of them towards the A site. Mad Cat's found one, but he needs to be very careful. There's a player coming up behind Jerd, I think.
2v4, now a 2v3. Methods, he's going to drop down, he's going to play this one safe, and look at the cover he has. He's got the bomb by his side. The player that will be going for him, he's going to be Mad Cat, but look at this, Jerd's actually on the flank. Jerd could level this up. This is a 2v4 now, a 2v2. Splyce against all odds. The Irishman stepping it all up, the double digits coming in now, and look at this. The one thing I will say about Jerd is his movement, but look at that one player sneaking past. Can he find 2? I think
he didn't see it.
Past. He hasn't. I've got a clue.
He didn't see it. He didn't see it. And now, bombs down. Looney up top. Gunless is making his way around the back. Sure if they pinch this well, he's still got a nade to work with. Oh wow, this.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, Mad Cat gets him. Gunless in.
You stay down. You stay behind the bomb. Jerd is the bait. He's in around, and it's got to be a 2v4 Splyce. They're pushing it to around 11. Marty on the front row. My goodness, we're getting hyped in here, and Jerd and Mad Cat have just 2v4'd Rise to push this to a round 11. That should not happen. And Mad Cat, great play, you know, round of applause, but Jerd, the movement, the play style, everything going so well. He's 11-3 right now. 5-5, round 11. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. The crowd are getting hyped, Miles.
Here we go. It's an offensive round for Splyce. And we know how those have ended. They're all in on B. The 2 players up high in the restaurant, they're going to be able to watch at top. Methods is watching the back end. Jerd's already on the site, and he's exposed, though. If he gives this away, Methods is going to find the information out through this nade he throws. Oh, there's the strike. The barrage coming in on top. But you know what? Didn't get any tags. Didn't get anyone out of this one, so... Or maybe they got bounced there, so that's a little bit of information. Now they know he's there.
Well, they think he's there, but has he gone out? That's the question. This is a really, really interesting play here, because Bance is just below the cover. My goodness. Your heart in your throat. The bomb has progressed. TJ in a really interesting position. Tommy's got it covered. He's going to go for the peak. The STG there should prevail. Pre-fire. He's going to go down. That's Methods from the side, and now a 3v4.
Cut him in half. Bance now watching the back. It's a very slow push from Gunless, and he may come across Mad Cat, but Bance now versus Looney. This is going to be the story we're watching. It's a player up top. Here comes Looney. Straight in. Bance finds him. Methods takes it back, and now it's a 1v3. Jerd, all on his own, all angles covered. He's cut to ribbons, and that's it. With 20 seconds left on the clock, Rise are going to be able to get the defuse, and my goodness, it was the perfect pinch.
Yeah, the artillery barrage, they put the pressure on. Bance, I will say, pretty lucky to stay alive during that, but again, TJ, the way he bob and weave from up top, Tommy not able to find that, beautifully played there in round 11. Calm, composed from Rise Nation. Miles, we're in the loser bracket final, it's all tied up. Jerd's double digits, his 11-4 was not enough.
We're going to see another one now as we move onwards to the CTF. As these players take a quick break. Mama, where do we go from here, mate? Let's be honest.
Usually,
usually CTF.
I was going to say usually CTF or back to the studio for us to have a bit of a chat with the guys. But
a wee bit of a gas. I'm very, very impressed the way Rise managed to keep that one together, because I did favour them, honestly, going in. They searched and destroyed Sainte Marie, and they didn't disappoint. Splyce, though, a couple of moments of pure magic. A couple of highlights from that match.
Yeah.
Sneaky Tommy I think Sneaky told me, I heard the crowd laughing, that was fantastic. And then aside from that, Jerd's just absolutely pristine gameplay, but you can't take anything away from Rise Nation. They were a bloody treat to watch, and now they're tied up in the series here. In the lower bracket final, it's Splyce versus Rise Nation. Phil, I think we need a break.
I need a break. I need to regain myself.
You can regain yourself. While we take a quick break and the players take a break, why don't you take a break? We'll see you after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here. CWL Birmingham, presented by the PlayStation 4. The crowd is going wild for the home team, of course, of Splyce. But Rise Nation, the defending champions, are here. And they are wanting to take that back-to-back, Miles.
Back-to-back would be nice, wouldn't it? Only TK know how sweet a back-to-back victory can be. Here is a World War II. They've got to get through Splyce first. Rise tie the series up there in the S&D. Splyce took the very first.
well, just adjusting the seat.
I was going on a roll there.
Sorry. Carry on, Miles. As you were saying, CTF.
Splyce won the first one. S&D went towards Rise, and now CTF. Flak Tower nonetheless, and there was a lot of discussion at the desk about how Flak Tower has become extremely popular this event. We've seen a lot of it. North American teams typically dominating the field when it comes to the Flak Tower, but good old Pro League changed the game for everyone, and now we're all getting the kind of practice we want. Flak Tower is up next. Sainte Marie, Dumont, hardpoint. Got a very strong feeling we will be seeing that. And an S&D if we need it. But here we go. Map number 3, lower bracket finals. Rise Nation versus Splyce tied up 1-1. And by the end of this one, somebody will be up 2-1. Isn't that right, Phil?
Maybe. We might just go to an overtime and extra time for 37 minutes like I did last time. But here we go, straight over the 15-footer. It's going to be TJ with an aid, and now we're going to go into 5 minutes of capture the flag. A little bit of a different pace to your hard points and your search and destroys. However, you're going to have to get that first and second wave of kills, grab that flag, and get out of there.
Mad Cat holding on as best he can. You can see that both flanks being pushed on at once now by the members of Splyce. But there we go, Rise Nation making their way forward. Gunless with one. Can't find a second on Bance. He's been a stalwart all game long against the fellas of Rise. And Bance continuing the run forward versus TJ. TJ a little too hot on the trigger, one of the hottest hands we've ever seen. And as you see, Methods now as well. And here comes the push. Rise Nation across that 50-foot line. 50 yards, halfway mark of the map. Gunless in behind, tags up on Jerd, but you need to finish that kill. He's the kind of player to bite you back. Methods continuing the run. Oh, almost getting up and over the cover there to take on Mad Cat. Looney goes down as well, so bit of ground gain there from Rise Nation, but they are going to be pushed backwards here. Gunless though, keeping the push going, and that's it. Splyce managed to flush the players out of mid. The engagements have come to a close, and we will see a flag attack here. Now it's in the top portion of the map. It's going to be Tommy. Somehow finds two.
One player is spawned in the back. That could be the saving of Rise Nation. It is Gunless, potentially the best flex player on the game right now. And he's still surviving. Not for long though. Jerd with a grenade and PPSH combo will take him out. We're going to see another Splyce offense, but this is the wave of kills we were talking about, Miles. They're getting them first and second, but Flak Tower, very, very difficult to get this flag out sometimes. Between the two top teams, the defense can heavily favor you, but the flag is going to go in the hands of Mad Cat. Bance is going to find one, but shortly follows him going down. That should be Rise Nation returning the flag, and after 2 minutes, we're going to remain at 0-0.
Oh, it's tense. You can cut the tension in this one with a knife or with a shovel, depending on how well you go in your prestige. And that's that. Gunless makes his way forward. Furthest player forward for Rise at the moment. He's in the wrong part of town. You can see Splyce well spread evenly across their base defenses. Gunless holding the line. Tommy, oh, he's backing up, and TJ makes him pay for that one. This is the aggressive play now. Here come Rise Nation. They've got the advantage. Mad Cat, trap, set in wait. TJ trades out. 2 kills there for Splyce. It's now 2v2 in the base of Splyce. TJ goes for the grab, and it's going to be a quick and easy return. And now Splyce, their turn to serve.
And again, Bance might have got the kill there, but it was all about Jerd just staying alive. I love the patience, the plays from him that doesn't, of course, go on the stat or scoreboard will, of course, prevail. But right now, it is still tied up. We have a Splyce attack, but there is a couple of players going down by the AA gun. It looks like Bance has actually got behind enemy lines. Bance has been taken down. Gunless will take him away, and Looney picks up another. Looks like a strong defense from Rise will stay. And will remain them at 0-0. We've got a 3-kill streak for Jerd, though. I think he'll be working towards this and may play for the streaks.
I think that's going to be the key here in changing the pace of this game, because both teams so strong defensively, they can go forward, but it's very difficult to break on through the defenses. They've got to take out 2 waves of those players on spawn. And Jerd, now that he's been taken care of, he's going to slow this one right down. Gunless and Methods. Here's the start of something special. Mad Cat answers. So does Tommy. And again, it's just you need streaks to work with. You need something very special here to break the back of these teams. And Gunless almost finds it there with that dolphin dive. And wait a minute. Jerd gets that player at his base as well. So here we have it. Mad Cat far forward. We're seeing another change here. He's going to wait, play that one as smart as he possibly can. And he's got to let his teammates get up here. He needs to buy the time. He needs to prolong these engagements, get these players weak without dying himself. Tommy and the cavalry have now arrived, but how long can they hold on for when Methods and Gunless are giving it to him like that? Jerd finds 2. That's how you start a play. Can they finish it though? They need to hold on. Here comes another player. Tommy back into the fray once more. In the ring to take another swing, and he's gone. Methods has got his number again. TJ finds him. Bance is still trying to keep the play going forward. Methods on the overextend. This is what you want to see from Rise Nation.
Mad Cat still halfway up the field, if you like, as we do see all players spawning in. It's going to be Bance last alive here, last to spawn in, should I say, but he's now back of his flag, and this is a favourable position. Tommy with that first blood, if you like, on this next wave, and Splyce, hold on once again. It's so back and forth, Miles, but Gunless, the double does come in, and now only one player is behind him, and Gunless, what he can do is take this flag. There's going to be one who spawns in, it's going to be Mad Cat, but on the other side of things, Looney takes down Tommy. Gunless falls as well. Defense, defense, defense. 5 minutes have passed, or nearly, and we are still at 0-0, just showing the caliber of both teams.
Oh, no one's willing to make a risky play, nothing too ostentatious. They're very conservative in both of the approaches, and the defense has been immaculate. I mean, no one's letting it get out. The flags have been touched, don't get me wrong, but no one's been able to get them outside of the bases. And as those final few moments go, flags have been returned, the whistle blow, both teams looking very even as we go into the second half.
Yeah, very hard to take something from that. You can, of course, take the little individual plays, the two pieces, the flag pulls, but the flag never really got that far away from the enemy base. And again, when you're on the defense of a flag tower, you're spawning so close to your flag, you have that advantage. You have that advantage of knowing maybe where a play is coming from, the intel of the communication from your team. But anyway, 5 minutes gone, doesn't matter. Let's get into the next half as we flip those sides, and Splyce and Rise Nation, they're going to butt heads once again.
Same sort of attack from Splyce. Same can be said for Rise. Looney taken down quite early there, so now they're going to have to rethink the push. TJ, oh, he fired once. Can he catch Tommy from behind? He does indeed. Almost finds Jerd as well. Bance trying to get something started here, and is it going to be the start of something special? Two members of Rise are tracking back now to take care of him and get him out the base. And Gunless catching him there as well. So again, back to square one, and we may well be seeing the same sort of thing. We've got to see Rise. Two players are now extending over into the base, and they're about to butt heads as well. Jerd making a meal of this one, and that's it. 3 dead for Splyce. Now a moment for Rise to go forward together, to surge forward together, and hopefully find something here, find a play. They're getting kills, but no one can convert them into any kind of flag runs because the trades are just too efficient between both teams, the gun skill between both teams at this stage of the day, at this stage of the tournament. Ooh, Gunless again. He's starting to heat up. 5 kills in a row. If Gunless gets streaks, mark my words, that's the beginning of it for Splyce. That's the end here on Flak Tower.
Yeah, and this is huge from Promi. He's got 2. Can he get the 3? The machine pistol comes out. Tommy. All right. Okay, calm down. Flashy plays aside. Tommy there single-handedly denying anything from Rise Nation. Beautiful little pistol whip there as he tracks back. And now maybe this is where he thinks, I need streaks to break the defense. He's not going to get them as he does go down to Gunless. 3 go down. This time, it's all up to Bance. Bance, fishy pistol in hand. He's going to find 2. And the only thing that he does there, really, is just stop any teammates alongside Methods. Because now Methods for Rise is all alone. Tom, oh my. Oh, this is getting down to the nitty-gritty stuff. We're still all tied. 3 minutes left on the clock here, but now Jerd picking up 2.
Of course, another 2 minutes of kills back and forth, and it doesn't get tighter than this. This is exceptionally close. Looney, oh, if he finds a second there, he cuts the push completely in half. Gunless, marching forward. Not able to find it. Jerd's got 2. That's 4 in a row for Jerd. Oh, the awareness from Jerd. Almost does it. TJ, so majestic, man, flying through the air like that. If Jerd gets that kill, changes the push. TJ now going forward. We've got 2 players of Rise on the left-hand side making their way through. They're in an engagement. Mad Cat defends. Bance defends. And now back to square one. Rise, they've got to go forward here. And they're making their mark, but is it enough? 2 kills. 1 more player in the middle. Gunless and TJ. God, look at this. Back and forth again. Bance finds 1. Gets the return, halfway towards streaks. He and Mad Cat now both working on something special.
Yeah, I like the way Bance gets that return. Just gives an extra pulse 100s towards those streaks so he can, you know, maybe work towards them like you said. But 2 minutes are left on the clock here. Tommy, most aggressive, maybe looking to find someone, but he's got to find the head. Gunless, my goodness, he's going to rip it off straight off the sandbags, and that's going to be a double. Bance also taking down 1, and now pedal to the metal. Splyce, it's all aggressive. It's Bance who picks it up. The first person alive is gunless. He's going to spawn at the AA gun. But where the flag is running, number 8 is watching him. It's Madcap. Madcap finds one. With 2 minutes left on the clock, Splyce, they're running this flag home and dry. It's going to be Bance to put it in. And ladies and gentlemen, not 1, not 2, but all 3 score streaks are on the board. He's got to find Looney as well. Wow.
5 kills in a row. Bance has done it. This is a chance now for Splyce to crack this game wide open. They've had their chances. Rise have answered back, and this is it. Method's creeping forward. He's trying to make something work here, but you've got to deal with the fact that Bance has full streaks. Oh, that's a hot nade. Method gets out with his life. As it lands right in front of him, he could read the writing on that one. Gunless now, back of the base as well, trying to stay alive, but he's going to be hounded here. Bance is going to clean him out.
Bance, Bance, Bance. What is going on with this boy? He's having a tournament of his life right now. He's 21 and 16 in the map itself, but Rise Nation don't rule them out. They can still pull this away. They can even win the map, but Tommy and Jerd are not letting that happen anytime soon. Tommy's going to trade things out, and Gunless actually finds the 2. He's going to tag up third. Bance again. He's going to shut him down. Rise Nation off spawn. 40 seconds, Miles. They can still do this, and then I'm not talking about a draw. We've seen relays last second. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's see what they got.
We have, but biggest dagger in the back for Rise is the fact that Bance has got those streaks to work with as you get the flag out. Oh, wow. Jerd just managing to take care of Looney there. That would be a sensational play for Rise, and Methods is on the point, still getting it going forward. But now, you've got to watch out for Bance on spawn. What's the first thing he's going to do is a glide bomb, and it's got your name on it if you're Methods. There it is. Oh, he's underground. He manages to get away. 2 kills from Madcat. He's really investing in here. 5 seconds to go. The flag's coming through. Mortar strike straight on top of the point.
You've got to go. You've got to go. The flag goes down, and it's going to go in hands of Methods. Methods finds it as well, but the overtime, he's going to kick in. The round is drawn. And the head and the hands, my goodness.
It was Looney. Methods got taken up by the mortar strike. He had to slam the brakes on. It wasn't enough, and Looney comes in off spawn, snatches the flag up.
You gotta
sinks
go.
it there with what? A second on the clock? That's the second time we've seen that happen in the tournament so far. We're now going to overtime.
It's not the first time you've seen Splyce in this situation. They were here with FaZe. They were 2-0. It was London Docks, and it didn't go well for them. Let's just say that. However, we're going to put another 5 minutes on the clock. We're now into that overtime. The crowd's getting hyped here. The first blood goes for Jerd, but my goodness, like I said, never rule out a team on CTF.
Tommy doing his sneaky thing again, slithering at the snake that Splyce are as he gets that flag. Oh, brings a knife to a gunfight. Looney takes clean care of him there. Now Methods surging forward. We've got Gunless on the far right-hand side flank, and he's well in deep. If he can find one out of this, but bides his time, helps out Looney on the turn. While tagged up, that's it. Madcat's going to take care of him. That's the left lane wide open now. Defensive from Looney though, the hero in that last moments of the other round, and he gets taken down as well. 2 dead apiece for both teams. Methods gets absolutely taken care of there. TJ with the flag in the back versus Bance. Now can TJ make it forward? He cannot. Bance is going to get the return. And the first minute has been an eventful one, Momo.
It's definitely 60 seconds passed and counting here. Gunless got to draw the stat line here. 28-19. Again, an absolute beast in his own right, but Looney now behind him lines. Perfect position for him. What he needs to do right now, just stay alive, call everything out, make sure his team pick up the kills, then he pulls. If this works out, if you see that kill feed go red, it could be dangerous. But no, it's actually going to light up yellow. Looney, that's not what you're shooting at. Oh my goodness, not what you want to see if you're a Rise Nation fan, but Splyce, the defense is strong.
And this is important. Gunless on our screen. Backtrack to make sure that when Gunless hits his flag, someone's there to contest it, or Gunless does get the better of him there. Jerd's coming back now to deal with that player on flag, which means he's pulling resources away from the front line. You got Madcat and Tommy trying to make their way forward, and they're going to have to go up against 3 members now of Ryzen. The only way they can make this work is if Madcat goes on a bit of a tear here, and he might be able to do that. Tommy as well. So that's the Splyce taken care of, and here comes Rise now on the offensive. 3 minutes left on the clock to get something here in this bit of overtime.
Oh, Gunless has spotted him. The hip fire comes in. Will take down Jerd. Needs to wait for his teammates, and now he literally tagged out as Looney now goes in. We're going to see Splyce under pressure. Tommy does find one. Not what you want to see from Methods, but he cleans up Bance. Tommy with a machine pistol. Again, everything comes down to those nearly kill times to clutch up, but across the board, it's positive 3 or 4 for everyone. Oh, hey, what's going on? And that was a snap. Now we're going to be Madcat picked up one. Bance is coming from behind. This is going to be trouble. Okay. Oh, and that's not what you want to see. He's going to be behind him. He's got the clutch and he's out there, but he's alone. There's no one to help him. Looney's got that machine almost flashed by Tom previously. Time is ticking away. Miles for a treat here.
Time over that left. Both he's Looney out. Oh, beautiful turn there. Picked up.
Flak does need a fight, I believe. Just to check. Short. Tom hit defense. Let's not Looney got. Fight a button. No, take down you can
Tommy finds another Mad Cat, a third. Splyce now with the early points. We've seen how much they favor these close range engagements. These subbies of Splyce have been fantastic all weekend long. Looney though, he has a thing or two to say about that. Does get taken down eventually, and that's it. Splyce still early points on the board. Reminiscent of what we saw in Valkyrie. Early points early on, and it was what, 100 to like nothing. Absolutely zero
Literally.
from Rise. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't buy a point. Tommy with a huge win there on Gunless, and still absolute dominance from Splyce. What is going on?
And look at the spawns. It's not only the 35 seconds, it's the spawns. You've got to look at the kill differences here. 3 for Rise Nation. And you can see here 12 now going on the board for Splyce. It's the spawns that worry me. This restaurant, yeah, it can sometimes go in favor of one team, but they're backing off. Method yet to find a kill. As Rise Nation, they're going to clean up that 3 seconds of scrap time, but now it's all about these kills. Tommy denies, Jerd says no, no, as TJ now pushing through. The back house trying to get in and behind enemy lines. It's going to be Tommy once again who finds him, but TJ snaps on. First kill, grenade out. Mad Cat will find himself in a tough position, but a 2-2 split. Rise Nation, they're actually going to puncture them.
They might do it now. Still Jerd with a Hail Mary right over the top. And a beautiful work on the second there on Gunless. Here comes the rest. Glide bomb over the top. It's going to take care of the reinforcements. Mad Cat's done it. No need. They've flipped it. 70 points and climbing now for Splyce. What a turn that was. Methods is 1-7, 1-5 for Looney. Rise just have been completely outclassed here, Phil, and this is astonishing to see.
And do you know what I love? I love that glide bomb. It's that snowball effect. They're on a roll, they use it, they clean up just one kill, and it gives them all the time in the world. And now look at this, there's 10 seconds left, and they're pushing out. The next wave of kills could literally put Rise in the ground here, and Splyce, in particular, Jerd is looking to do that. We've got another glide bomb. It's Bans this time, and Jerd in and behind enemy lines. We know what the snapshot could be like, but TJ, too good. As the Mad Cat tags him up with the STG. STG and a fighter pilot. One's already coming down. Bans is only going to connect with the one.
I will say, Phil, they invest the glide bomb to take care of that player in a nice proactive way. Tommy finds 2 in the back. All 4 members of Rise Nation now charging through. Jerd gets taken down at the front door. Tommy, though, last line of defense here. Bance, though, no need. He's cutting these players off from the side. A third in a row.
God, Bance!
8 kills in a row for Bance. Full streaks. 112 points to climb in, and Rise Nation, they've not shown up here, and this is a massacre.
15-2, 9-kill streak, a glide bomb, fighter pilot, an artillery barrage in the hands, and Splyce are looking to not only get revenge on Rise Nation, they're looking to put themselves 6 feet under. Rise have 12 points, and we're going to the lookout post.
Streaks out, artillery barrage right on top of it. You may have control for now, but it's not going to last much longer. Rise taking the hits. TJ's gone down. Bance now sniffing out a couple more. Gunless is next on his hit list. Does anybody else want a piece?
Bance is 17-3. We cannot go away from this boy. He's having the time of his life. He's going to dive into trouble, but Mad Cat's got him covered. Rise Nation, they need, I'm going to say it, they need a miracle right now. And Methods, he's going to find 1. Gunless 2. They are going to get a couple of points here. They still have streaks. Are they going to use them with 28 seconds left? Bance is, he's going to say yes to that.
He's got a wide open field there to deal with. Methods there sitting right on the point. He's going to take clean care of him. 18-4. TJ taking care of him mid as well. Particularly uncharacteristic of him, one of the most dominant subbies in the world. Gunless now. If you want a miracle, this is your man right here. It is Easter. TJ still trying to make something work here. Splyce, 154 and climbing. Rise Nation yet to get 30 points on the board, and we've got their final few moments to look out, all theirs. And as we go to the next rotation, again, the restaurant, once again, where Splyce found their success to begin with. Once again, where they were cooking up trouble. TJ's upstairs. Mad Cat's got a fire pilot to work with as well now, so streaks are plenty for Splyce.
I honestly don't know what's more bizarre. 4 and 15 for Looney, 19 and 6 for Bance. I tell you what, Splyce, they had their troubles. They didn't qualify for the playoffs, and now they're looking to get in the grand finals versus Luminosity game in Rise Nation. They're 120 points down, and we're back in the kitchen, we're back in the restaurant, and Tommy is 15 and 9. Jerd's at a 1.5. They're having a lot of fun right now. There's still 25 seconds left on the clock, and Tommy putting Methods in the ground. Looney does answer back for now, but the 150s become 130. The points are still climbing, Miles.
Still happening. So they've got restaurant control now. Mad Cat's picking up the final few moments. Jerd now hunting them down. Methods does find him then. The bar out for Methods. He's making the best he can of that. 5 seconds left on restaurant next rotation. Rise are in position though. But Bance, he's got streaks to work with, but does he need him? He doesn't. He makes his way forward. He's got a bit of help now to work with Jerd, picking up the pieces. Sweeping those players under the rug. 19 and 11 for Jerd. Methods now comes in. Can't quite finish Jerd. And Jerd's still alive out there. Shots in. Methods has got to back down. That's unheard of from him.
The points are still climbing. Winery lock, 40 seconds left. And Bans and Mad Cat are going to combine for the triple. Looney's going to try and punch through. That's Looney's 7th kill of the game. And he's got to find his 19th death as Splyce. They are looking to not only win this round, not only win this game, this series, they're looking to put a statement there. And they're calling out LG at this point. There's 3 players going down. Mad Cat's even giving a favor to Rise Nation right now. Kill after kill. 5 kill streak for Mad Cat, Tommy, Jerd, and Bans. It's all on the scoreboard. And Miles, it's got to be over.
They can't win it here. They've got to win it on the next one if you're a Splyce fan. And the NEC is full of them right now. 233 points to the 51 of Rise Nation. Set up for the next rotation. Mad Cat now looking to close this one out, looking to advance to the grand finals. There's a fighter pilot over the head, but he doesn't need it. It's an absolute massacre in Main Street as they take care of those players. Bance now looking to get that one more set of points. The final 10, and here we go. It's going to be a 3-1 for Splyce. They get it done in 4. Splyce are going to the grand finals.
Unbelievable here on the main stage, and the crowd are loving every single second of it.